Hello and welcome to Traveling Desert Roads. I'm Joe, and our tour that we're going to be taking in the next couple episodes is focusing on a 30-point Weight Watcher diet. Now, on the Weight Watchers plan, I get like 59 points per day, and I'm going to show you some meal plans that I was able to stay on without being hungry on 30 points. 30 points is the minimum amount of points that a person can receive being on the Weight Watchers for as much as I know. So this is going to be a lowest level, and as you know, the more weight that you have to lose, of course, you start off with more points. You know, I'm not suggesting to go on the 30-point system, 30 points if you're supposed to be on 59. I'm showing that I've done it to see, can I feed myself with 30 points and not be, oh, I gotta go to bed because I'm hungry. So I think we're gonna find some interesting recipes. Right now, we kind of alternate between 5 different breakfast plans. Today, I'm gonna be going over 3 of those plans and discussing, actually cooking those in front of you, and discussing the last one. My Fridays is the end of our week. We tend to have all of our weekly points left over on Friday. So our breakfasts include Quaker Oats instant grits, real eggs cooked in extra virgin olive oil, turkey sausage links, toast, and fruit. That's our Friday blowout, and even then, we're probably, those days, unless we do something really extravagant, those days we're probably under our daily points, because we try to focus on breakfast, lunch, and dinner, finishing up with 15 points left for the day. Now, it's plus or minus a few every day, depending on what our meals are, but that gives us 15 points for snacking throughout the day. Most of our snacking is in the evenings, when we're sitting in front of the TV, we, have a bunch of points that we use. And I'll tell you that this plan has worked pretty well to the point where we've had nights where we couldn't get to 30 points. We were just so full. Now, when you start off on the Weight Watchers diet, of course, there's a lot of things that are 0 points. Once you start getting down to your goal weight, you're going to have to watch those 0-point foods, because those are going to start taking a toll at some point. We haven't reached that point yet. I still have a long ways to go. So let's take this journey together down Weight Watchers 30. Let's get started. Okay, so the first recipe that I want to start with is, because I'm going to be doing multiple ones at a time, is I'm going to be doing a French toast, stuffed French toast. I'm going to be doing an omelet, and I'm going to be doing a ham steak and eggs. Typically on Friday, we have all of our extra weekly points, because we normally don't eat more than 30 a day, including snacks. So usually our weekly points at the end of Friday, we have a lot left over. In fact, all 47 of them. So on Fridays, we tend to eat very well. Some of the things that typically our Friday breakfast consist of grits. A full packet is 3 points. A half a packet is 1 point. So depending on if you want to put that in the middle of the week, or if you want to splurge, we like to splurge. So we do a full package of grits. We do 2 real eggs on Fridays, and toast. We use bread that's sugar-free, so it's 1 point per slice. I'm going to be using a similar bread to make today's stuffed French toast, and sausage. We tend to have sausage almost every day for all of our meals. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing to get started is, I'm going to cut up the veggies that I'm going to need. So I'm not going to need a lot of veggies, but I'm going to do a red, 2 reds, because that's small. Typically what I do is I slice it down the center, both sides, and I cut them up. This is for the omelet. I'm going to be making a stuffed French toast, an omelet, and a ham and eggs and toast. And then I'll tell you the points afterwards after you see what we make. Okay. So I like to cut these kind of up. What's nice about the liquid in this, now this can go both ways, is when you're cutting up your veggies, you know, the water in the veggies can help your eggs puff up. You know how some people put milk in their eggs, or milk or water. This is going to do that. Okay. I'm also going to use a Bob Evans fully cooked turkey sausage links. It's 1 point per 2 sausages, and I'm going to cut these up for my omelet. And you'll see that these are pretty quick. In fact, all of the breakfasts that I cook, especially with the new ways, are really, again, I'm not endorsed by any of these people, but these new ways really help breakfast and all the meals cook up. But it takes me about 15 minutes to cook all the meals for breakfast. So, and I'm actually multitasking at the same time. I'll be working with some making lunches as well. So, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to start cooking this stuff up. So I'm going to take some olive oil pan, and I like to put this on 225 as my temperature. The reason why I do that is because it allows me to walk away and not end up burning anything. So I'm going to put in my sausage. And my veggies. I'm going to add just a little bit more spray here. Alright, now meanwhile, to work with my French toast, I'm going to use better than eggs. You don't need a lot of your eggs in this, you know, to coat. You can get like a 1/4 cup for like 0 points, I think. You know, if you want more, add more. I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla to give it a little bit more flavor. And I also do some cinnamon. Okay, then I'm going to stir that up. And I usually let this sit a while I'm doing other stuff. I don't know, I think the cinnamon settles better when I do that. Could be a mind thing. Normally, like I said, I'm multitasking. I'm going to go through that. Alright. Then on my hot plate here, I turn this up to 350. I'm going to use the normal pan. And I'm going to spray just where the sausage goes. And those will start to cook on their own. Okay. And then on this pan here, I'm going to do a very simple meal. This is just, all I do is take a Bob Evans ham steak, 2 points, and put some Southwestern egg beaters in there for scrambled eggs and some toast. Every meal has fruit or veggies or both in them. So that's what I'm going to do with this. Lightly spray that one. This one I typically go at 275. Now one thing I'll warn you about is to watch out for sodium. I mean, this is one thing about dieting that I've found, and I'm a professional dieter. It seems like I've been dieting all of my life. But it seems like we replace one thing and with something else. So, you know, to make food taste good, we tend to go a lot of salt. You know, this ham is going to raise, you know, if you've got a blood pressure issue, that could do that. Make sure that you're paying attention to what you're replacing. One thing about the Weight Watchers diet is you can really eat anything. It's just how you do points. Typically, our day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner accounts for 15 points for the day, around 15 points for the day. That gives us 15 points because we do a lot of snacking in the evening. So we tend to do that. Now you don't have to snack as much as we do. Okay. So all that's going. You know, again, this is pre-cooked sausage, so it shouldn't take too long to cook this stuff. I mean, you're just warming it up. You want to get a nice temperature through. Follow the instructions on the box. I like it a little brown and toasted. The turkey sausage, Bob Evans turkey sausage, it has a very good flavor. You know, it really helps with the dieting. I'm going to do a little bit more spray here. And then I'm going to add my Southwestern egg beaters. Okay? Now, you can have a full cup of this stuff for 1 point. 6 tablespoons is 0 points. Again, when you first start off, 0 point stuff really you can benefit from the 0 point stuff. After a while, you're gonna have to start, you know, counting, you know, watching all your, you know, you can eat 0 points all day long. You're gonna gain weight if you eat too much. All right, so I'm gonna do, well, 4 tablespoons is a 1/4 cup. I'm going to do 6 tablespoons, so it's going to be a little less than 1/3 of a cup, I guess. Again, you can add more. Looks like I'm going to have to add a little bit more, so this is going to be so I'm going to have to add 1 point to this. And like I said, the nice thing about this is 225. I can kind of walk away from this, and I do, to make breakfast or make lunches and pack lunches and stuff. Most of my morning, I think we're talking 15-20 minutes. Normally 15. I try to start at 5:30, 5:45. We're sitting down to eat. These are all pretty simple meals, so I'm going to. You can hear the sausage, so I'm going to flip those. Those could have had a little bit more time. I like mine a little bit more brown than that. Alright, well, once I do the first flip, I then will start the toast for the French toast. And we usually use 2 pieces of toast per person, 2 sausage links. I then spray the area that I'm going to put that in. I'm going to dunk both sides and put it on the grill. Dunk both sides and put it on the grill. Okay? I then spray the top normally because I don't want to forget. Again, that stuff's cooking. I can flip my sausage here. The ham steak is also cooked already. So we're talking about a lot of stuff that we're just heating up, which makes things pretty easy. Now the stuffed French toast, I'm going to stuff it with a Philadelphia cream cheese. We use the mixed berry, and then of course we add that to. In addition to that, we also add fresh berries, okay, which really brings out the flavor. And then to top off the French toast, we use a sugar-free Mrs. Butterworth syrup, which is 1 point for a 1/4 cup of syrup. Okay. So one thing I want to do here with my omelet that's cooking, I do a little bit of salt, I like to do accent. I put accent in just about everything. Fresh ground pepper. And I do garlic. Usually I do salt, pepper, garlic for everything, even onions. The only reason why I'm not doing onion now is I bought the wrong stuff. I don't like the powder as much as I like the onion stuff, so that's all I have. I'm gonna add a little bit more here. As you can see, the ham's done. Typically what we do with ham is also the Southwestern eggs. So this one we're actually going to do, let's just do a half a cup. A lot of times what I'll normally do is I'll pull the ham out already. I'm not going to do that this time just because of space. I'm going to move my sausage. Flip my French toast. A little trick I've learned about omelets is, you know, if you spray the outside of the edge, that'll actually, and then give it some time, it'll move down. That's going to be cooking just fine. Start. Mixing the omelets around. Other stuff that I didn't think about until just now. Now with this meal, with the ham and the eggs, I'm also going to have toast. I'm going to have toast also with the omelet. And what I use is spray butter, which isn't out yet, and I'll get that out. And also I use sugar-free jam, and the sugar-free jam is 0 points as well for 1 tablespoon, which I tend to find to be enough. And they've got a lot of different flavors. These a little bit because I like my sausage warm all the way through. It's got a nice little look to it. I usually flip my French toast one more time. Yeah, that looks good. All right, now my omelet, as you can see, is starting to get a lot more firmer. I find I get the first, typically for breakfast I'm making 2 of everything. It seems like I get a little bit excited about flipping it too early the first time. So I'm gonna let it sit a little bit longer because I also like my omelet to have the little brown marks on it too. All right, I'm gonna flip the ham. Looks like the ham and stuff's done. I'm gonna put that on low, just to keep it warm. I'm going to take my Philadelphia whipped cream cheese. As I said, 1 tablespoon. And it doesn't need to be a lot, actually. You know, you'll look at it and go, ah, that's not very much, but the fresh berries will help with that. This is more of a, I'm proving to myself that I can eat good food without eating bland food. Now you can put the berries inside. I typically just put the berries on the outside. Turn that off. Move those a little bit. So now we're 2 for 2. Alright, let's take a look at this omelet here. Looks like it can be cooked a little bit longer. And on the inside, I'm also going to, we've got 2 meals here. I'm going to have toast with this. I'm going to have toast with this. Actually, just to show you, also, the light Thomas English muffins, it's 3 points for one English muffin, but we only use half, which makes that 1 point. One of the tricks I found is you wanna see what the difference is, because sometimes just cutting something in 3/4 is enough to save yourself points throughout the day. You don't have to have a full serving, or it can even work the other direction where you end up getting more of a serving. Like, for instance, the Southwestern eggs, 3 tablespoons is 0 points, but so is 6. Okay? So I'm going to take that off. And again, I'm going to put some berries on the top. A couple berries on the side. And a 1/4 cup of syrup. That one's out. And there's a nice little healthy breakfast for one breakfast. The other breakfast here. Put our eggs. We do a lot of fruit. Fruit's your saving grace when you first get started. So this one is our red raspberry. They have a lot of different flavors. About a tablespoon is all you need. That's 0 points. If you want more, and that's kind of the benefit of Weight Watchers. If you want more, you just gotta put your points out any way that you want. Okay. This one's definitely puffy enough. Looks. Let's see if I can flip it. Nah, not so good. That's alright. We'll see how I'll be able to fix that. So that could have been a little bit longer. Now, the Kraft Singles fat-free cheese, I don't know if it has the best flavor, but it does when you melt it. Now normally, what we've been doing when we first got started, we used 1 slice of cheese for 0 points. 2 slices of cheese is 1 point. You'll see here, 1 slice does it. 2 slices, of course, is even better. I like to. I'm going to do 2 on this one. As you see, I like to break it up. I like to make sure the cheese is everywhere. Now I can melt this 2 different ways. I can put the lid on it and melt it, or what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this, flip it over, I like all my onions and stuff, peppers. Again, veggies is the fruits and veggies is going to be your key. A little bit of spray butter. And some raspberry jam. Okay, so there's 3 meals. There's three breakfasts. We tend to alternate between these 3, and then on Friday we have our grits meal that I spoke about earlier. And so we're looking at here for each slice of bread, you're talking 1 point each. For the sausage, a point, and for the syrup, a point, and for the syrup. So the syrup is 1, the bread's 2, the Philadelphia cream cheese 4, and the sausage is 5. Now, if you want to cut that down, don't stuff it. That'll take 4. We do it. We alternate. Sometimes we do it stuffed, sometimes we don't. Over here, the eggs is 0, the toast is 1, the jelly is 0. The ham is 2, so we're talking about a 3-point breakfast here. In our omelet here, the toast is 1, the cheese was 1 because I put 2 slices in, and the eggs itself was 2. All right, let's take a look at the point systems again in a second. Thank you again for stopping by here on Route 30, Weight Watcher 30. As stated earlier, I am not endorsed by any of the products, and every product holds their copyright rules and whatever else that I that they have. They haven't given me credit for any of those, so please use them in a responsible way. Thank you again for stopping by, and we'll see you again next tour.